Hey guys, Tim Heiner from TeamRev.com here. Today I'd like to share with you just a little bit about why I decided to become a Beachbody coach, what my story was getting involved with Beachbody, and why I decided to come on and become a coach. Now, my hopes tonight is that part of my story may resonate with you, and you might identify with something that you're about to hear and think to yourself, you know, maybe I'd like to make a change. And that could be a change that's a physical change, getting in better shape, possibly a financial change, becoming a coach, earning a second income, or possibly even starting a whole new career. So who knows where this is going to go, but I just wanted to share my story. Maybe it'll help you out, maybe it won't, but here it is in all of its glory, okay? So I'll start with the physical fitness aspect of what got me into Beachbody. First, I grew up being very athletic, very active. I did a lot of sports. Wrestling was my main one. But, and I did that for about 10 years pretty competitively, and once I finished wrestling I got into weightlifting. Got into lifting pretty heavy. I did 6 days a week workouts, was in the gym all the time, and you know, just got into a rhythm with it, so I felt like I had the physical fitness thing down pretty well. You know, I felt like I was in very good shape, and I definitely prided myself on that. So, however, along the lines with all of that, I learned that you don't actually have to look out of shape on the outside to be out of shape on the inside. And I learned this the hard way one day when I was playing football with some friends in the park. And we were just playing catch, throwing the ball around. We weren't tackling or anything, but I ran out to catch this long ball, and when I jumped up to catch it, I jumped and I turned, and just as I did that, these shooting pains went down my back into my legs, and I landed, and I was like, there's something seriously wrong here. I went in to get an MRI a couple weeks later, and I found out that I had a ruptured disc in my low back. And you know, this was something that had built over time. I had never put much of an emphasis on stretching, so my body was tight, my hamstrings, everything just added up to a lot of pressure in that area and wound up rupturing. So, you know, I tried to struggle through with it for a few months. I didn't want to have surgery, but eventually I just couldn't take the pain anymore. The surgeons were saying I was going to get permanent nerve damage, so I decided to finally go under the knife, get it done. Now, fortunately, it was a non-intrusive surgery, so it didn't take much to get the rupture out of there. The pain went away, and soon enough I was back at work. About 2 weeks later, everything seemed back to normal. However, the only thing that was not back to normal was the fact that I still had the injured person mentality going on in my head. You know, during those months that I had the injury, I lost all my confidence in my physical abilities. I stopped working out. I stopped even doing my rehab exercises, so that when I came back and I wasn't injured anymore, I still was kind of hesitant as far as what I was going to do. And I didn't go to the gym that much, maybe 2 or 3 days a week, and it was barely maintaining what I had. I had no plan when I'd go into the gym, so I'd go in there and I'd just grab a piece of equipment and just start doing it with, you know, no real intention of anything. I would just show up and hope that something good happened. And I did that for a few years, just sort of barely making it along. I was depressed, you know, I would have a lot of mood swings, so it wasn't the greatest time. But, you know, fortunately, a few years later, we went out to Florida to visit some friends, my girlfriend and I, and we saw some friends of hers. They had lost quite a bit of weight since the time before we had seen them, and so we asked them what they were doing. They said P90X. So while we were there, they let us try it, and we popped in Core Synergistics, which, if you've never done P90X, is this total body workout, a lot of core engagement. Everything sort of focuses on challenging your stability and whatnot. Something that I had never done before, and I definitely never even understood what the word core was until I had a back injury. So we tried it, and after only about 15 minutes, I felt so alive, for lack of a better term. I know it's cliche, but I just felt like something had been reawakened inside of me. You know, I had all this energy, I had these endorphin highs, I went all day, I just felt great, and I hadn't felt like that in years. Felt like I was back in the wrestling room, honestly. So before we left our house, we had ordered it online. It came to our house. I was like all excited, but I still didn't do it for a few months because I was still in that old mentality. But finally, I just said, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to commit to it. And I did, and I got awesome results. I had not been in that sort of shape ever in my life, even during wrestling, even during my gym workouts. I had that sort of level of agility and just interconnectedness within the body. I was just amazed that a 90-day program on DVD could do something like that for me. So, shortly after we found out about the coaching opportunity and that we could make an extra income helping people do the same thing that I had just done and that we were doing with Beachbody programs. So we said, why not? Let's try it. And it has been an amazing blessing on our lives. I mean, not only has it helped us out physically from the standpoint of what the programs have done for us, but it's helped us out financially. The money we've made being Beachbody coaches has allowed us to move out of a studio apartment that we were sharing into a much larger one-bedroom. We've been able to go on trips that we wouldn't have been able to go on. We've even qualified for trips within Beachbody. Beachbody takes some of their top coaches on trips, all paid for recognition, because they want to appreciate people who are helping a lot of people out there. And just last December, one of the greatest things that I've been able to do, as in part to what I've been able to do with Beachbody, is I was able to propose to my girlfriend, so she's now my fiance and soon to be my wife. So it has helped me grow as a man. It has helped me grow emotionally, spiritually, as well as financially and physically. It's given me a whole new outlook on life, and I just have a lot of thanks to say to Beachbody for that. So that's my story, guys. That is why I became a Beachbody coach and what it has done for me so far. And that story is ever unfolding. So if anything that you heard me say tonight resonated with you or you identified with it, made you want to make a change, let's talk, okay? Shoot me an email, teamred@gmail.com. That's probably the best way to start this conversation. And let's just talk about, what it is you want to change in your life. Do you just want to change, your physical appearance? Do you want to feel better about yourself on a day-to-day basis? Or do you want to start earning extra income, helping other people? Do you want to maybe even make a complete career change? Are you not happy with your job? There's all different directions this could go, but I want to help you in whatever way you want the help. So shoot me that email. Let's talk. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Tim Heinrich, Team Revved, all revved up. We'll talk to you next time. Take care.